Hey everybody, hope everybody's doing well. Today I'm going to be speaking about the Oracle of the Shapeshifters by Lucy Cavendish. I have 3 different versions of this deck, and I thought it would be great to pull them all out, look at the differences on camera, and offer that to you guys in case there's a particular edition that you would like. So the first one that I received was back in 2014, and it was the American edition of Oracle of the Shapeshifters, and it was produced by Beyond Worlds. There we go. And to my knowledge, what you receive when you order this off of Amazon should be similar, but I'll give you the ISBN number just to be sure. Okay, so this edition has this cover and this book. And go ahead, let's just do the ISBN number. It's 978-1582-703-763. There we go. Okay. So this was the first deck that I got in my collection that to me was a darker themed deck, and also just a very the different artwork. And I'm very struck by this deck because it was very telling, and it even, I don't want to say this in a weird way, but my mother was dying, but I didn't realize she was dying. I didn't think it was going to be as sudden as it was. And the day before she died, I picked the card that told me that she was going to die. And it was so profound, and it struck me so deeply. Of course, I was crying. I was so emotional. Because sometimes in life, things aren't told to you in person. You just have a knowing. And so this deck became very... I wouldn't call it a soul deck because I don't use it a whole lot, but it definitely is a very telling deck when you need it to be. So this is the American version, and I'm going to go through this, compare it to the Australian version because there's quite a bit of differences in the cards. But what I wanted to make a note about for the first part is the way the cards are structured and the backing, because I was looking for a particular backing, and when I was able to, I ordered the Australian version. And I think back then you had to get it from, is it the Blue Angel website? I think I had to do. But anyway, so I got the Australian version ordered. Paid quite a bit of it because it's coming from Australia and the shipping was quite high. But when I opened it, I knew it wasn't the version I wanted because I got these backings. I was like, oh no, this isn't right. This is not what I wanted. When did they come out with this? This is a borderless edition that they came out in 2015. And I quickly started learning. I think that was my first experience where I ordered something and didn't get what I wanted. And so I became passionate about making sure I had the right ISBN number and knew exactly what I was getting, because as you can see, I have 3 copies of this, trying to get the particular backing that I wanted, which I'll show you here in a minute. So for this copy, it has the same ISBN number as the 2011 Australian version, but it says this printing 2015. And so that's what you really have to watch out for. For some reason, Blue Angel keeps reproducing some of their decks, and they want to put a different backing on them when the original was so perfect. So this is the newest backing. These cards and the original Australian cards are identical. Now, trying to keep everything together. This was the edition I wanted. This is the original Australian version. And the ISBN number is ISBN 978-0980-8719-3-7. And I will show you the difference This is the one that had the moon on it that I didn't want. And see how it says this printing 2015. Okay. This was the backing that I wanted. Just thought it's so, I just love it. It almost looks to me like somebody's in a snow globe, but when you look at it up close, it's not. But that's what it reminded me of when I first saw it. And you have a little bit of border here, really nice cardstock. So this is my very favorite copy of the edition as far as the aesthetics. But because I had such a profound experience with the American version, I will never get rid of that one. That will, where did I put it? Here it is. I don't love the backing. The cards are super flimsy, but I love it. And because I had that experience with it. And that's what it's like when you deal with cards. They become your kids, and it's so amazing. Okay, so what I'd like to do now is go through the American version and the Australian version and show you the differences in the cards. Because there is, I lost count. I got up to 7 and I think I lost count, but there are several differences. So, the cardstock of the Australian versions are much better. They're not as flimsy as the American. Okay, I'll mention to you when they start to change. Next card is going to be a big change. And two, with the borderless edition, it's a little bit enlarged. This is a big change. I mean, I really like the borderless. I just don't like the backing. Here's another big change. So this is the new and this is the American version. Just so we kind of keep tabs on that. Okay, so this was the card. Of course, it's card number 13. This was the card that I saw the day before my mother died and said, "A time to say goodbye." And I was like, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Yeah, it was really... But this is the Australian version, Phoenix of the Waning Moon. So sometimes, you know, they're completely different. Sometimes they're the same. Oh, what's the word? I can never get it when I need it. See, these are different. Your Imaginary Friend and Dinosaur Friends. The American version was really catered more toward the younger generation, I think. Is that, if I got that backwards? One of them was. One of them was made for teenagers. I'm almost thinking I've got that backwards. This is the same. The artwork is by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. She's such an amazing artist, and the way she does the eyes, just, oh, it just looks so amazing. So beautiful. And the emotion that comes through with the drawings. Okay, here's another one that's quite different. One's got friends, one is just a friend. And her ferret. Ferrets versus ferret. Another one that's different. For some reason, this one got a border. I have no idea why they did that, because everyone else... This is a really pretty card. 2 kittens. Okay, another one that's quite different. Another one that's quite different. Okay, this is so different. A Loyal Garden and Albino Alligator. But the same number, 33. little owlin, different image. It's almost like she had different images for like maybe her practice images, and then she decided to use some of those for different versions. I'm not sure. Another one that's very different. And the last image. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you. As far as the books, let me put my cards back together here. It seems like the American was 176 pages for this edition, and for the Blue Angel is 164. Same verbiage, except for the card title changes. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. I've kind of had this in my pile to go through on a video, because I just feel like when you've got more information on a certain edition that you're looking for, that it's so helpful to have ISBN numbers, a good look of the cover, because a lot of people will just snap a picture or pull up a picture from the internet for their for their thumbnail, and you wind up with a completely different deck. And so, ask questions, send the seller a question and say, can you please share with me the ISBN number, or snap a pic of the ISBN if you're ever concerned about that. But anyway, so that was the Oracle of the Shapeshifters, and I hope you have a great day. Take care.